contest. Get yours today.
You're watching KGO TV, ABC 7.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome today's contestants. A clinical research coordinator, originally from Wayne, New Jersey, Sarah Raymer. A medical office assistant from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Carl Swanson. And our returning champion, a university administrator from Boynton Beach, Florida, Jeff Sperry, whose 3-day cash winnings total $58,501. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Averaging better than $19,000 per victory so far. So Jeff is someone to be reckoned with, Carl and Sarah. You're going to have to be at your very best to replace him as Jeopardy champion. But you know something? It can be done. Good luck. Here we go. Jeopardy round. We'll get right into this with these categories in play. First off, British bodies of water. Next, 60s cinema. Seafood, see in quotation marks. 3-letter words. Rake over the coals. Jeff.
Let's go with Seafood 200.
A 1972 song said, put the lime in this and drink them both up. Carl.
What is the coconut?
Yes.
C for 400.
The shell of this kidney-shaped nut is highly toxic. Jeff.
What is a cashew?
You are right.
Seafood 600.
This semi-tropical citrus fruit looks like a large, bumpy lemon. And the seafood this time is the citron. Jeff, go again.
Seafood 800.
This cinnamon-coated treat is sort of a Mexican cruller. Sarah.
What is a churro?
Yes.
Seafood for 1,000.
Often lemon, these cookies are finished with powdered sugar and are as refreshing as their name suggests. Sarah?
What are cooler cookies?
Coolers, yes.
Yeah. I'll take British bodies of water for 200.
In 1875, British swimmer Matthew Webb made the first crossing of this in 21 hours, 45 minutes. Carl.
What is the English Channel?
You got it.
British bodies of water for 400.
Several rivers in England are named this, including one that flows by the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. Carl.
What is the Avon?
Yeah.
600 for British bodies of water.
The ferry service across this river linking Birkenhead and Liverpool dates back to 1330. Jeff?
What is the Mersey?
Mersey is right.
British bodies of water 800.
This estuary of Scotland's Forth River extends 48 miles inland from the North Sea. Jeff?
What is the Firth of Forth?
Firth of Forth is right.
British bodies of water 1,000.
The Minch is a channel separating northwest Scotland and this outer island group. Jeff?
What are the Hebrides?
Correct.
3-letter words 200.
Hog home. Carl?
What is a sty?
Yes.
400.
A card game, or the colorless liquor you might drink while playing it. Sarah?
What is gin?
Good.
3-letter words 600.
To add a soundtrack in a different language. Sarah?
What is dub?
Yeah.
3-letter words 800.
Biblical holder of critters or commandments. Jeff?
What is ark?
Ark is right.
3-letter words 1,000.
Towering timber, seen here. Jeff?
What is fur?
Fur, that's it for $1,000 more. You're in the lead with 4,600. We're going to take a break. Nice to see that both Carl and Sarah are off to a good start as well. We'll be back in a moment.
This Friday, Crescent opens early with up to 50% off, plus up to an extra $500 off until 10 a.m. Like this $899 3-carat diamond bracelet, just $399. Friday morning only at Crescent Jewelers.
How is it possible? Millions of tiny mirrors on something so small. I've never seen anything so colorful, so clear, so real. Have you? It's amazing. It's the mirrors. We have to show everyone.
HDTV powered by DLP. See how millions of tiny mirrors make the picture amazing.
Save up to $500 instantly on Mitsubishi HD TVs powered by DLP at Magnolia.
The new model year is off to an exciting start at the Chrysler Premier event. see the debut of our first SUV, the new Chrysler Aspen, and the all-new Sebring sedan. They join the new, more powerful Pacifica, the Town & Country, with stow-and-go seating, and the award-winning Chrysler 300 with available all-wheel drive.
Now get $3,000 combined cash allowances on 2006 Chrysler 300C.
See 300 and the rest of our new lineup at the Chrysler Premier event.
Who's she?
That's your Grandma Helwig.
Heidvig.
But what about Grandma Faye?
Well, she wasn't in our wireless network, but Grandma Helwig is.
Heidvig.
But I love Grandma Faye.
Grandma Faye's expensive. Now get over there and kiss Grandma Helwig.
Heidvig.
Heilvig.
Now networks don't matter. Introducing MyPhase from T-Mobile with any network calling. Unlimited calls to your 5 favorite people on any network. T-Mobile. Stick together.
This Friday, Crescent opens early with up to 50% off, plus up to an extra $500 off until 10 a.m. Like this $199 Journey Diamond Pendant, now just $99. Friday morning only at Crescent.
Sarah Raymer is a clinical research coordinator who did a senior thesis in a unique way. Tell the folks.
I decided my major was folklore and mythology, which meant I could really do anything. And I decided I wanted to write my senior thesis on the Chinese national figure skating team. So I arranged to spend some time with them in Beijing. And I went over there one summer and I watched their training sessions. I hung out in their dorm. I ate in their cafeteria. I gave them some English lessons. It was awesome. It was great.
All right. Carl Swanson, a medical office assistant, says here that your cousin once tackled a camel.
This is true.
Not a wise thing to do.
But necessary sometimes.
Why?
Family was visiting us. We were living in Cairo, and I have a cousin, a little 5-year-old cousin, and a cousin happened to be a linebacker for Harvard. And a camel driver, to boost business, picked up my 5-year-old cousin and put him on the camel and started riding off with him. And my linebacker cousin saw this happening, turned around and chased after the camel and tackled it to grab my cousin and bring him off.
Is it a middle linebacker?
You'd have to ask.
Probably a middle linebacker.
He's a big guy.
They're good at tackling camels. Jeff Sperry is from Boynton Beach, Florida, a recovering attorney. We introduce you as a university administrator, but you do have a law degree.
Indeed, I do. I went to Washington University in St. Louis, and I did practice law for 2 years before I thought better of it. And
what made you think better of it?
Well, I just didn't, honestly, I didn't enjoy being an attorney. I enjoy the law as an academic pursuit, but I wanted to get into higher education, and so I've been a fundraiser. I'm currently at Florida Atlantic University, and it's what I love to do because I work with people, and I help students.
What kind of law were you practicing?
I was
Criminal
doing
law?
insurance defense litigation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That'll put you off law.
Pretty much.
All right. Pick up your signaling device and make a selection. There are 3 categories still in play up there.
Okay, well, let's try rake for 200.
In Act 1, Scene 1, he won't shut up about his love for the fair Rosalind. In Act 1, Scene 5, he falls for another girl. Carl.
Who is Romeo?
Right.
Rake 400.
The name of this 18th century Italian adventurer whose racy memoir ran 12 volumes became a synonym for a promiscuous lover. Sarah.
Who is Cyrano?
No. Jeff.
Who is Casanova?
Giovanni Casanova, see.
Rake for 600.
George Wickham seduces young Lydia Bennet in this novel. Mr. Darcy intercedes and brings about their marriage. Carl?
What is Pride and Prejudice?
Correct.
Rake 800.
Answer. Daily double. You're in 3rd place. You can overtake Sarah for 2nd. You cannot catch Jeff for 1st right now.
1800, please.
1800, a true daily double then. Here is the clue for you. This Byron poem says, "What men call gallantry and God's adultery is much more common where the climate's sultry."
What is the arabesque?
No, what is Don Juan? Don Juan. So you have no money. Ah, easy come, easy go. Make another selection and earn something.
The rake for 1,000.
A young man's overindulgence in wine and women lands him in an insane asylum. In this series by William Hogarth. Carl?
What is the rake's progress?
You're right. See, you have 1,000.
60 Cinema for 200.
Perhaps tiring of all that sand in Lawrence of Arabia, David Lean was Russian to photograph snow in this 1965 epic. Jeff?
What is Dr. Zhivago?
Correct.
60 Cinema 400.
Jack Lemmon has his ups and downs with elevator operator Shirley MacLaine in this Billy Wilder classic. That was called The Apartment. Jeff, back to you.
60 Cinema 600.
George Hamilton, yes, George Hamilton played Hank Williams in this 1964 film whose title will tell on you? One of Hank Williams' hit songs, Your Cheatin' Heart. Back to you, Jeff.
60 Cinema 800.
Angela Lansbury and Ginger Rogers each played Mama Jean in competing movie bios about this 1930s sex symbol. Jeff.
Who is Mae West?
No. Carl.
Who's Jean Harlow?
Correct.
Nice. 60 Cinema for 1,000.
This freckle-faced blonde singer gets stalked by an eerie voice in the 1960 thriller Midnight Lace. Lovely freckled-faced singer was Doris Day. Less than a minute to deal with that last category, Carl.
Over the coals, 600.
George Stephen created this company's backyard grill by putting a rounded lid on half a metal buoy. Jeff?
What is Weber?
Right.
Over the coals, 800.
This host of Boy Meets Grill says charcoal is a lot of work, but it gives food a smokiness that gas can't imitate. Sarah.
Who is Bobby Flay?
Right.
Over the coals, 1,000.
This Regal brand of charcoal is named for one of Henry Ford's relatives. And that brand of charcoal is Kingsford. Sarah, back to you.
Over the coals, 400.
A metal tube. This starter, named for an item found on a house, concentrates heat and gets coals lit evenly. Carl.
What is a chimney?
That's it. And now the last clue. Wear flame retardant mitts to touch the grill. These French-named charcoal blocks can reach 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Jeff?
What are briquettes?
Briquettes, that's right. And that takes you to 5,200. You have a $2,000 lead over Sarah, a $3,000 lead over Carl. But it's still early. Double Jeopardy yet to come after this.
Unlike the familiar Spanish pronunciation Don Juan, Byron's poem is actually Don Juan. We know that from the rhymes, like the two verses at the very beginning of the poem that rhyme Juan with true one and new one.
All this week, Wheel of Fortune Hawaiian style. Catch the aloha spirit.
We're awesome.
And ride some wild waves. Hawaii Week on Wheel.
Tonight at 7:30 here on ABC 7.
Nissan asks, what's your resolution? More capability, style, power, space. How about saving money during Nissan's National Year-End Sales Event? Save $3,200 on the 2006 Nissan Altima Special Edition. This offer ends soon. Get to your Nissan dealer now. And resolve.